Yeah, boss. You wanted to see me? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well, that's just one of those weird, crazy little things that happens around here, boss. Mm-hmm. 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 Oh, yeah. Yeah. The men, they do seem to have a lot of energy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, no. No, no, no. Boss, I know you're new here, but I can vouch. Well, as the superintendent of mine operations, I can vouch for every single man who works here in mine number 42. Yes, yes, boss. I can vouch for all of them. Yes. Well, I mean, I do understand the fact that you're the manager of mine operations. Forgive me, boss, for saying this, but you seem a little young for the job. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, oh, I see. My mistake, boss. I thought you might be the owner of the mines, son, nephew, but that's not the case. All right, all right. Yes, that's very interesting. Very interesting. But, what was it that you wanted to talk to me about, boss? I mean, I don't think it was just because all of the miners down here in mine number 42 are full of energy. Mhm, mhm, mhm. Well, I mean, boss, I wish there was more I could tell you. Um, it was a regular day. There was a collapse in the far west corner of the mine. Um, it was in a shaft that we haven't used in about a year. Hmm? Oh, no reason, boss. Um, we got word from corporate that they wanted us to do more exploring in the east section of the mine, and so we left the west one alone. And we just kept leaving it alone. But with respect, boss, that was due to corporate, not us. Mm-hmm. 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 Well, after the mine collapsed in that section, I took my trusty flashlight, which is intrinsically safe, and grabbed a couple of other miners, and we went down there and we had a look. Well, my headlamp was malfunctioning, so I grabbed my flashlight. Mm-hmm. Yes, I know. Corporate regulations, everyone needs to have a headlamp. Well, mine quit working an hour earlier, and I didn't have a chance to go back up to the surface for a new one. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, anyway, boss, the important thing is that the miners and I went over there. We took a look at the collapse. We came back. We reported our findings to the manager. Mm-hmm. And next thing we know, when we described what we found, he insisted on going down there himself. I told him it was a bad idea. But boss, I'm just a superintendent. I'm not a manager. What can I say? He insisted. What am I supposed to do? Say no to him? Possibly risk my job? I couldn't do that, boss. So I said, okay. And like I said, he insisted on going down there himself, which just seemed very odd, but hey, what can we do? He went down there. And, yeah, he just vanished. No clue, just vanished. Let's see, he got replaced with Mr. Gibson. But Gibson only lasted about a week, one full week, and then he just, well, he sort of lost his mind. Well, boss, I mean, you want me to lie to you? No, of course not. Gibson was here for about a week, and what can I say? This isn't the sort of work for everyone. Even someone in management who doesn't have to be down here. But, corporate was a little antsy about the previous boss vanishing. So Gibson was told to stay down here with the rest of the miners and try to find out what the hell happened. Well, boss, I mean, obviously we cooperated with the police, we cooperated with the internal corporate investigators. Yes, boss, absolutely. And, yeah, that's that's the lights. Don't worry, boss. I'm sure the generator will kick in at any, oh, there we go. Yeah, it usually takes a few seconds for the generators to kick in when the lights that we've set up in the mines go down. Not a big deal, boss. Yeah. No need for concern, boss. Don't worry about it. We're good, as you can see. But yeah, all the miners here in Mine 42 cooperated. They just never found any trace of the guy, and, well, after a while, Gibson started behaving erratically. Yes, boss. Yes. Well, when they took him away, he claimed that some sort of monster had attacked him. I mean, that's ridiculous. When the police finally caught up to him, he didn't have a mark on him. His clothes weren't torn up. He just swore he was attacked by a monster. They took the poor fellow away to a mental asylum. Yeah, that was about a full week ago. And, well, corporate replaced him with you. Really don't know what else to say, boss. Mm-hmm. Oh, you've noticed a few other things, like the miners have a ton of energy. They don't seem to need any sleep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, I see. Yes, the annual health results. Of course, boss. Oh, those came in already? Wow, that was quick. Oh, you expedited the results. I see. Mm-hmm. Every single miner, clean bill of health. Well, that's wonderful news, boss. You seem a little perplexed by that, boss. Everything okay? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, you You dug a little deeper into everyone's health issues. Yes. Well, what did you find, boss? Hmm. Oh, yes. Adams and Rivera have type 2 diabetes, and Adams has numbness in his feet. Uh-huh. Oh, you found that they didn't have diabetes anymore. Well, that's interesting, boss. Oh, the doctor reported that the dead nerve endings in Adams's feet were alive again, as if by magic. Well, isn't that a wonderful thing for both of them? Mm-hmm. Boss, if there's nothing else, I really have to get back to work since. Oh, there's more? All right, all right. So, what exactly do you mean by more, boss? Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. Well, I mean, boss, it's not as though Chavez couldn't see out of that one eye. No, no, he wasn't blind in that eye. No, 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 no. Chavez could see out of it, and, you know, he was reporting that his vision was actually getting better. Some sort of new experimental drug. Yes. Well, boss, clearly the physician made a mistake the first time around. I mean, if a person can't see out of one of their eyes, it's not as though it just magically heals up and starts working again, or very slowly starts to heal up and starts working. Yeah, boss, he could see out of that eye, just not very well, and he did mention starting to take a new drug, but I don't remember what it was, and apparently it was slowly helping him regain more vision in that eye. Yes, boss. Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh, you want to talk to me about Collins? Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, it was a very unfortunate accident that caused him to lose those two fingers on his right hand a few years ago, but thankfully they were his pinky and his ring finger, so he was still able to get some good use out of that right hand. I mean, he could hold the pen, he could write with it, he could do a lot of things with it. Yeah, it's just unfortunate that Collins lost those two. Oh, I see. So you spoke with Collins about an hour ago, did you, boss? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, there goes that. Yeah. There we go. There's that darn generator kicking in again. But what were you saying, boss, about Collins? About an hour ago? Oh, yes. You took off your gloves and you extended your right hand out to him. And he took off his gloves and he shook your hand. And you noticed that he had all 5 fingers back on his right hand. Yeah. Well, what can I say, boss? Collins, yeah, he's never actually been too bright. How do you think he lost those 2 fingers to begin with? Well, you see, boss, here's the thing. When that portion of the mine collapsed, we found something. Yes, we found a very large iron box, big enough to hold a person, and it was chained up. And well, we got a little too curious, so we cut through the chains and we pried that iron box open. Imagine our surprise when we found a beautiful woman inside. Yeah, a beautiful naked woman. I offered her my jacket, and she thanked me. And the funny part is, she spoke every single language. Some of the men only speak Spanish. She had no problem speaking fluent Spanish. Yes. We have Mr. Costas. He speaks broken English and perfect Greek. She spoke perfect Greek. Every single language. She knew it, she spoke it. It was amazing. And she decided to thank us for releasing her. Now, how do you think she thanked us? Yeah. Perfect health, all of us. She even touched Collins's hand, and we watched as his fingers grew back. The bone, the veins, the tissue. Oh, at first it was horrifying, but after a few seconds, he had his fingers back, and they worked. He had feeling in his fingers. Atoms, the dead nerve endings in his feet came back alive. He said that his legs, they didn't feel like giant tree stumps anymore. And everyone else, yeah. I mean, I'm a little surprised that you, well, how would you? You're a recent replacement. Sanderson has a huge scar on the side of his face. At least he used to. That's gone. She told us who she was. A very ancient and powerful being. And she said she would reward us as long as we followed her. And well, what can I say, boss? Every promise she made, she kept it. But we have to keep our wits about us, and we have to keep her secrets. And occasionally she does ask for a sacrifice. Yeah, I'm guessing you know what happened to the boss who vanished. Yeah, well, Gibson managed to get away from her, but just barely. She told us to let him go. Not worth it, but she did say that soon we would have to sacrifice someone, that she was getting hungry, that she had big plans for this world, slowly taking it over, making it a better world. And from what she showed us, she's definitely capable. And yeah, she's not really a beautiful young woman. She's much older, much bigger. And with respect to her true form, yeah, she made it clear that it's best we don't see that. But she also made it clear that, well, she's hungry. And I'm sorry, boss, but, well, you're not going to be able to run away like Gibson did. Sorry, boss. The truth is, you're just too curious for your own good. If it makes you feel better, you're going to be nourishing a wonderful creature.